That's not a knife. That's a knife. Okay, welcome back to part 2 of Chaos Sword. So, step 1 today, we're going to be cleaning up the fuller with hammering and finalizing the spikes here. So let's light the forge. So I went ahead and I made this special little chisel here. Um, basically it's the shape of the tang of the sword. Let me show you here. You see, I don't know how well you can see that, but they match up. And what this is going to do is it will enable me to punch a hole in the guard material such that the tang will then fit through. That way I don't have to do the drill the holes and then sideload the drill press thing. I can just hot cut it with this. So it's just the shape of the tang with a little chisel head. I've heat treated it. I tempered it blue so it should be springy and strong and hopefully won't chip or crack while I'm hitting on it. I mean, it doesn't really have to live that long, although I'd like to not have to make more of these if I make more swords. So I welded these bothersome tongs back together, and I mean, you know, I'm a guy in my garage. They're welded okay. I accidentally welded them together for a bit, but I just forced them back apart. I guess that's the one of the problems you face with welding sliding objects. So now it can once again hold things. Hopefully for long enough, at least. So we're going to be moving on to the guard next, for which I'm going to be using the questionable eBay Damascus, which likes to come apart. But the thing about this is, well, this sword is never going to be used in a sword fight realistically, but the job of the guard is to deflect blows. And I don't know how flawed this would have to be to not stop being hit by a sword. Realistically speaking, it's still a piece of steel. It's not like it's going to be the edge on a fancy chef's knife. So I think it should be just Jim Dandy for that. So I'm going to go ahead and square that out, and then we can do punch the hole for the tang. So here's where we're at. The blade is ground and straightened enough. It is, I think, ready for the heat treat. I don't see any point in getting it straighter than it is now because it's gonna warp. So I left some meat on it. I should have room to grind out any problems that come up after heat treat. The guard is ground most of the way there. It fits with enough encouragement, but because I'm still going to harden this blade and take out any nonsense that might happen with it, I don't want to take this slot all the way to complete finish. It ended up a little bit thinner than I wanted it to be. Still, there's plenty of meat on it, but as you can expect, there was delaminations. They had to be ground out, you know, the usual. So now I have it to a pretty clean bar that's in the shape I want it to be in. I think it looks really cool against the sword. So next up, we're going to have to quench it, which is going to be stressful because I have like 30 hours wrapped up in this right now. So I think I'm going to call that for episode 2. In the next episode, we'll get this guy hardened. We'll finish the guard, and then we'll be moving on to the handle. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more.